Hello, YouTubers. This is Frank the Vamp. Welcome to World Cinema Reviews. And tonight we got a special treat for you. We're gonna talk about our first Norwegian film, and it's gonna be. I hope this is gonna be a cool video because I just not only am I psyched about this movie, but I'm psyched about the subject matter. Let's talk about zombies today. Ghoulish, horrible, awful creatures that exist to feast upon the flesh of the living and pretty much have no purpose of sense of being. Well, how do you make such horrible creatures even more terrifying than they already are? Well, why don't you just make them Nazi zombies? Uh, the idea just blew my mind away, man. I remember when I saw this movie, and right off the bat, man, I'm gonna tell you this movie's so awesome. This movie is called Death's Snow, made in 2009 in Norway, or how the Norwegian will say Dot Snow. Yep, I just that's the title. So Dead Snow, it's an awesome film that tries to make zombies even more terrifying by making them Nazis. So this is going to be a pretty interesting story. How do you make that happen? Um, as you can obviously think and know, this is a campy film, a little cheesy, but it's all the way fun and much better than much better than what you expect just by the whole premise of it. So let's dive into the cast, and we're gonna talk about the plot. I'm gonna tell you why this film is so awesome, and I think you should go see it right away. So we have Charlotte Frogner, and forgive my Norwegian or German pronunciations of this, but I'm gonna try my very best. And by the way, I just as a little side note, because the World Cup, the soccer or football, like known all over the world, except in America, it's coming. So we're gonna see pronunciations. I love to pronounce German names. So one of my favorite names in the German team, Schweinsteiger. So and some of the older names, like Beckenbauer and Schumacher. You get that awesome. German is so awesome to pronounce. Anyway, so we have Hannah, we have Charlotte Frogner, we have Slig Frode Henriksen, we have a Bjorn Sundqvist, and Danny Torp, Jenny Skavlan, and Orkjan Gangst as the Standartenführer Herzog. So let's talk about the film. Let's talk about the plot. So during World War II, Germany occupied many countries, one of them being Norway. And of course, the Nazis were not kind to anyone. They were not just unkind to the Jews, they were unkind to anyone that opposed them. And they pretty much did horrible things to everybody. And they stole money and torture some of the citizens there of a town there in Norway called Oxford. So in Oxford, um, horrible things went down, but as the war kept going on and Germany kept losing ground, eventually the citizens of this small town, Oxford, they sort of rebelled against the Nazis and kind of drove them away to the mountains where they supposedly froze to death, without any food and the horrible cold that happens to you know be in that region. And so there is a folk tale. There's a myth in Norway talking about a story that when a group of people or an individual dies with greed and is possessed by their worldly possessions that they have acquired unlawfully, they have a curse to protect that which they have stole even after death. So we've fast forward to the present. Well, and we see some young people partying and having a Eastern weekend vacation, and they all arrive, and then it starts like a pretty much a party movie. People partying and but then a mysterious hitchhiker arrives that tells the story of how the Nazis came to be, and from that point on, mysterious things start to happen, and the young people that are visiting the cabin in that town, they happen to come across some of the gold that was stolen by the Nazis, and as they take it for themselves, they unleash the curse that the zombies will come back to get their gold and kill anything that's in between, gets in between them getting their goal. And this sort of reminds me of the movie Leprechaun. You know how he protected his gold, and whenever someone took some of the gold, he just went crazy and had to get it back. And poor guy who took the gold was gonna get it. And that's pretty much how the plot goes. It's not an entirely awesomely new idea, um, but Nazi zombies, that's pretty much that was a pretty clever idea, I would say. As if zombies weren't scary enough. And man, the zombies are impressive. The special effects, they're horrifying. Um, there's a real gory, real campy style. The film doesn't take itself too seriously, but then again, it also doesn't go all the way full camp. So it kind of has the right balance. So he kind of follows the storyline. That's what he has to do, and it's a completely awesome film. And the special effects, there's some dark humor in it. A fairly decent acting, I would say, and the story is pretty solid, man. I mean, this took people by storm. The ending scenes are so awesome, and you just think of I just can't get over, man, Nazi zombies. So it's like to quote a line from the new video game, The Stick of Truth, South Park, The Stick of Truth. Nazi zombies are so overused. No, they're not. And so I will just recommend, man, that just this film was so good. It came to the states, and people just loved it, man. And people who know and seen this film, you know that you just gotta own it for yourself, and you just gotta enjoy it. And it just has this malevolous plot and awesome ending that I really enjoyed. And you just gotta watch it, man. That's all I can say about this. I mean, it's just a quick little video, and just to tell you guys that don't miss that movie. Oh, by the way, there's a sequel that came out just recently. I haven't been able to see it. And it's so awesome. So all I can say is just that director Tommy Wirkola, I mean, really, really did a great job. I mean, with a clever idea and not an awesome budget, I could think, but all in all, solid, great film. Go watch it. Yeah, because we're doing a grading system. This film gets a solid B plus. No real critiques about this film. Just go watch it, man. It's an enjoyable film. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's some. If you guys were expecting, I'm coming up with a new video with the. I'm working on watching Demons 2. Uh, that's a Bava film, an Argento film. I'm also working on getting more David Cronenberg. I don't know if I'm gonna get to do Videodrome soon or or The Brood. I also working on many other projects such as The Walking Dead season 2 and season 3. Um, so just stay tuned, man. I'm gonna be a busy beaver working here. So for your enjoyment, take care. God bless, and don't dream about Nazi zombies. Not fun.